Hey people, it's Dandy. I know it's been a really long time. I don't even know how long, but it's been quite a while. So I wanted to take a time to say hello, talk about what is going on, and it is June. Happy Pride Month. Yes, there's a lot I could say about Pride Month and history, and queer culture, LGBTQ, all of the things. But I figured for this video, I would talk about my experience, my coming out, and my gender identity. Just because it is Pride Month, love to hear your stories as well. And I've been clicking on YouTube and watching a bunch of videos from queer LGBTQ peoples, and I'm loving all the spirit. There is a very awesome video that had LGBTQA, alphabet, and I'll post a link to that below. Highly recommend watching that. But yeah, so for those who don't know, I am actively involved in the BDSM community. I identify as an erotic slave, and I am queer identified. I identify as a femme, queer, so I don't identify with the binary, don't identify as a woman. And I'm polyamorous and pansexual. That's a lot. So one of my colleagues had joked when I was trying to tell him about myself. I don't normally talk about these things at work. He was like, "What? You're poly pancake?" Right? And I just kind of went with it. It was kind of funny because, pan and poly pancake. But yes, everybody is their own special blend of their personality, their identities, and all the things that they bring to life. I've always liked people. I first came out as bisexual when I was about 12. I remember liking ladies from a really young age. I was not really physically attracted to men until high school. And then I remember the first time I met somebody who was trans, and I just loved them as a person. And then a few months after that, I ended up dating a trans guy, a person that happened to be of trans experience, identified as a man. And yeah, that's kind of when I realized, I like people. So I like all kinds of people. I've dated people of a lot of different varieties and gender identities. So that includes, so the reason it's not bi is that it's not just the binary, right? It's not just male and female. Even in the trans or non-trans experience, I also like people who are genderqueer, gender fluid, intersex. I'm open. I don't like someone based off their gender. I like it based off the person they are and the energy that they give me. So that is how my attraction works. And yeah, I've pretty much always been a queerdo, I guess. And it was very weird growing up. I grew up in the 90s in the Bay Area. And of course, it's a super, you think San Francisco, very, gay friendly. And I was so lucky to have a queer youth group in high school that I went to, and also at my school. So I was able to get support from a really young age. Even in my, Christian church youth group, I had a lesbian youth pastor, and my favorite minister growing up was an openly gay guy. So I'm so lucky that I've grown up here, and I've been able to really experience what it's like to be accepted and in a place that I'm physically safe, and as a cis-passing person. So I look like a woman. I haven't changed my appearance to not fit the binary. I have a lot of privilege in that, and that can feel kind of like being invisible sometimes. That's a whole nother video. But yeah, I want to appreciate where I live and all the people that have transformed my experience and really seen me. And there was a lot of people growing up, even at my Christian summer camp, that, were somewhere on the queer spectrum and were adults, and I looked up to them. And it's great to have role models and people that are just being themselves, doing their thing, and that's okay to be yourself. And that's super important. So I wanted to wish everybody a happy Pride LGBTQ queerdom Pride Month. I am sending my love to all you struggling with with acceptance and any other aspect of your life, life can be really hard. It's really important to find people who will hear you and listen to you and they get it. So if you have any thoughts, want to share your story, please comment. Thanks so much, everybody. Happy Pride Month!